So I'm going to talk about vPerson and how we've set vPerson up for finance institutions. Just a little bit of explanation as to how our business gets driven. More and more of your customers are looking to work online rather than calling call centers. And also there's a trend, as has been seen today, of users wanting to work on a mobile device rather than on the web. So those two things really drive our organization and our vision. What we're doing is we're providing a system that is trying to replicate, or is replicating, I should say, an agent online or on a mobile device. And the reason that's important is because web pages are not interactive. So if somebody has a problem, they don't know where to go. They can't see what they want to do. And live chat, whilst available, is labor intensive. So what we're doing is we're making this system available across all of those channels. And we're also working with our clients to help identify opportunities for cost savings and revenues. And the reason I'm particularly here is because we've typically worked with larger organizations, and we're bringing this technology to the mid-market. So just very, very quickly, how does it work? Well, the most important part is people can ask questions. They can use natural language, they can talk, or alternatively, they can type. So you have these three ways of people interacting with the system, and it operates in all of these environments, so web, mobile, within Facebook. It can also be used by call center agents, and we're also coming out with the ability for it to be attached to your IVR. And someone asks a question, the system is understanding their intent, and then it will do one of these things in this next level here. It might just give a solution, it might take somebody into a multi-step process if more information is required before an answer can be given. But also very important is this ability to integrate with back-end systems. So it's kind of like help, but it's personalized help, and I'll go on to talk more about how that works. And the other part of it is it understands your customer. It knows what kind of customer they are for you, and it also has the ability to escalate. So if the person isn't getting an answer to their question, it can offer them callback, it can offer live chat. So we're trying to keep people in the channel in which they started and not push them away to the phone. So I was going to show one of our clients, which is Chase, but due to the internet issues, I'm just going to pass on that. But what I will say is just a little bit of description about this system. So this system is integrated to Chase's back end. So here's an example, as you guys can see, of somebody asking a question, do I have an annual fee? And the system knows that this customer, who happens to be me, only has 2 credit cards. So rather than saying which of the credit cards we offer are you asking about, it knows I have to choose between my Freedom card and my Sapphire card. So this integration is making it more similar to the kind of conversation that would have been taking place if they were talking to a real person. And the system also knows what products I've got. So if I was to ask a question like I want to make a payment, it'll say, do you want to make a payment on your auto loan, retail banking, or credit card? Because it knows those are the products that I've got. And that's what we call integration of a kind of static nature. The system understands my profile. And here in this system, we're seeing it integrate within the website. Most of the systems we deploy are actually pop-ups, but it really doesn't make any difference, the appearance of the system. So there's been lots of conversation about omni-channel, multi-channel, and one thing that's really important to us is that we create these systems and they're then available in all of the channels that your customers are on. And particularly important is mobile, as more and more people are using that environment. And one of the issues with mobile is people knowing what they can do on that mobile device, because there's no room for a menu. So we sort of see all of these great solutions being provided, but how do your customers know they can do them? How do they find them? So I'm going to show you how the system works, all being well, in a mobile environment. I should really give a little bit of credit here to AT&T, because they do seem to have managed to produce a 4GL connection for me. So even though the internet isn't working, I'm going to show you how this works. So I'm just going to go into Safari. So the system can be HTML5, so just open from a browser, or it can be part of an app. And what I'm going to show you, because it just seems relevant to the audience, is this is actually a deployment that E-Trade have got. And it sits on their website. You could go and see it on their website. But just for the purpose of this conversation, I just connected it to our mobile interface and literally done nothing else to it other than provide this connection via a mobile interface. And you can see it's giving a little description there. And I have different ways I can interact with this, but what I'm going to try and do is actually ask it a question. I want my money. So you laugh, but this is actually a very popular question that goes into this system, and that's why it's there as an option. So basically, it understood what I said, and you may have noticed that I actually could see the way that my voice had been interpreted. So it isn't Siri-like, where you have no idea what it actually understood. You can see what it actually said, which is really useful. And then I can just kind of start clicking through here with my fat finger. And I want to get my money from checking or savings. So I'm basically saying I want my money, and the system is then guiding me to where I can actually find my money. And if I was to click one of these, it would take me to the place where I could withdraw money. So we're offering this kind of guidance for users to be able to do what they may not be doing every day, and they won't know how to do, but they can just talk to the system. And additionally, I can just see related FAQs. So here I was asking about getting my money, and this is information which is kind of related to those questions that people ask. So we're always supporting content with other content. And I could obviously have typed a question as well if I wanted to there, but I'm not going to do that right now. So just to kind of summarize there, I've spoken about the web, and I would have shown you Chase on the web, but any of these systems can be seen across all of these channels. So mobile, a tablet, and the way that the system works in Facebook is that it can be either embedded into Facebook and is a kind of Facebook application or just a pop-up. And if it's in Facebook, people can like the application if they want. Oh, thank you. So one more concept. One of the things that we see in research is when people engage in one channel, they don't want to have to re-engage in another channel because it's extremely frustrating. So we have something we call the smart customer journey. So if your customer is on the web, they're in mobile, and they escalate from there to live chat, the conversation goes with them. So they don't have to repeat what they've already said to the virtual agent to the agent when they come online. And also the same principle applies if they call through an IVR and they authenticate, the system knows that a couple of moments ago, a couple of hours ago, this was the question they asked. So it changes that relationship from, hello, how can I help you, who are you, to, hi, are you calling about the increase in your credit limit that you asked about 2 minutes ago? So building this smart customer journey. These are our customers, lots of financial institutions, and the reason we're here in 3 seconds is because we want to bring this technology, a kind of fast to implement, standardized system to the mid-market. So please come and see us and vote for us because it is election day.